beauties. It feels like months since I did a video for this channel, and I'm really excited to share this with you. How are you guys doing, and what are you currently reading? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. As you may or may not know, I've been doing a monthly reading challenge. I'm doing 2 different ones, so it's 2 different books a month, trying to clean out my Kindle and my TBRs, which is slow and going, but it is going. And yeah, they're fun for the most part. Even if I pick a book that I don't like and it's just not for me, I still cleaned out my Kindle and I still got something read, so it's a win-win really. And before I get into September's, I do want to say August's, where I didn't actually finish either book, which was very disappointing. I did get to finish Springtime in Surrey this month, which I'll share a brief review in this coming Friday's video, where I'm going to share all my reads I did for September. Instead of doing it for September 1st, because then we'll have back-to-back videos, I'm going to save it for the first Friday, and then I'll have something for the third Friday. Something totally different, which I am pumped to share with you. It's going to be very epic, so you'll want to stay tuned for that. It's going to be fun. Especially if you like indie books, and you want to stay in the know on new indie releases. I've said enough. Still working on all the lost places. I'm over halfway. I'm 53% of the way through. So for September's challenges, the book where the hero is a teacher, and I read The King and the Kindergarten Teacher. I actually gave it 1 star out of 5. Not the book for me. I didn't like it. Nothing against the author. I've never read anything else by her. I don't like romance in general. Very picky and selective about what I read. This just did not match up with my, I don't want to say expectations, because I had no expectations going into this. So it just didn't match up with my style, I guess. I don't know. If you like Christmas Hallmark movies with the sappy and some cringe, and if you like that kind of thing, you'll probably really enjoy this book. But for me, I'm not that kind of person. So you can read my full review on my blog and Goodreads. I have the links below where I go more in depth with everything. For now, I'm going to have my reviews up, that way I can read them as I'm talking about them, because I'm trying to think what else I said, but nothing comes to mind. And the other book for September was a YA book, which is young adult, and I picked Lamplighter and Larceny, which I had already been reading back in July. I put it aside and I finally got back to it. I just barely completed this challenge because I finished it late last night, which was the 28th. Over 400 pages, 457 pages. So it was massive, and I was reading non-stop to try to get this in. I gave it 3.5 stars out of 5. The writing is amazing. It's very whimsy and it's wacky, off the wall, but very fun. I saw this first on Instagram. I saw that the author was trying to get backers on Kickstarter, which I had never used before, had no idea what it was, and I was like, wow, I really love this book, the illustrations are amazing. So I was kind of sold already. I was going back and forth, do I want to do it? Do I not want to? And I didn't know what Kickstarter was, and I was telling my mom about it, and she's like, I think that's a scam, which it's not. It's not a scam. But then I got a sample of the first chapter and the first page, and just the explaining of their welcome mat, and all the stains and the damage on the welcome mat from all their adventures. It was just crazy. The characters were really random and really interesting. Yeah, it's just one of those books you need to read for yourself. Not all of it did make sense to me, especially some of the steampunk elements, because I don't really read that as a rule. So the technology, I had trouble visualizing it. And toward the end, things really took off really fast, and it was hard to keep up, and timelines started getting kind of, jumping around here and there. And so I didn't care for the ending as much as I liked the first half of the book, honestly. I thought the ending was way too unresolved, too many questions. There was a massive plot twist that was amazing, and it changed the entire course of the book, which was very impressive. However, that plot twist and the ending, there were too many, the plot twist wasn't resolved, if you know what I mean. I didn't like how it ended, basically. So I was kind of disappointed, because I really wanted, things to turn out a certain way, and they didn't. And the author laid things up excellently for a sequel. In fact, I'm pretty sure there might be one, which I'm not, you know, I'm not saying there is. I just, from what I read, the book is laid out perfectly for another one. And I felt that instead of, you know, trying to resolve the issues from this book, it was left open for the second book to kind of carry that and get that solved, hopefully, in that, which I really wanted answers now, but I get what the author was doing. Leave that cliffhanger, or leave that unresolvedness, so you want the second book, which I get that, you know, that's a thing. But I don't know, I just wanted answers. So I love the writing. I love the characters were crazy. I loved that. The plot twist was awesome. The illustrations made the book. It's just towards like the last half of the book, there is some language, I'll say that. It was disappointing. But yeah, 3.5 out of 5 stars. I'm very glad I read this and gave it a shot. And that's a debut novel, so very exciting. And then the challenge for October, a book with a book on the cover or in the title. I meet both criteria. I'm going to be reading the Book of Secrets. See, there's a book and book by M.L. Little. And okay, so I read this, oh my goodness, years ago, like 2019, you know, years ago. And I have the rest of the series, courtesy of the author for sending me copies. Thank you so much. And I've been like, you know, okay, if I'm going to go through the series, I need to reread this because it's been so long and I'm going to forget important things. So I've been I keep telling myself, you know, I'm going to restart it, I'm going to do it. This is the time. I'm now going to do it. Perfect opportunity. For the month of October, actually, I'm going to finish it. This is for the actual challenge, Book of Secrets. And then I'm the rest of the month, which I'll do this in a whole nother video, like I said. I just want to go ahead and show them Book 2, The Warden of the West March. Book 3, The Third Winter's War, which this one is a lot thicker than the others. And then this one, which is a collection of stories from the land, stories from the Seventh Realm and beyond, tales from the backcountry. So yeah, the author kindly did send these to me. Actually, what happened was, back during the flood, not Noah's flood either, here in Texas, when we had that Snowmageddon in 2021, power outages everywhere, my room actually flooded and like the ceiling fell in, and at the time my bookcase was over there. All of my books were destroyed, almost all. There were some I was able to salvage. I posted my pictures on Facebook and I was distraught. She actually sent me copies to replace them, and that was just the sweetest thing. Thank you so much. I'm excited to read the series. I've been wanting to do it forever and I'm gonna finally finish it. So that's the first challenge. The second one is a suspense novel, which is perfect for Halloween. You know, got the spooky season going on. Last Halloween video, which, can you guys believe that was a year ago? My goodness. Crazy. 40 spooky campfire stories. I mentioned I don't like scary stuff. My sister loves horror and all that stuff, and she has gotten me to watch some things with her, you know, just being nice. But it's definitely, I don't like it at all. It's creepy. No. But I love suspense and thrillers and books that do kind of creep you out a little bit. There's a lot of things I could do for that, for suspense, but I decided I already have a book on hold at the library that would go perfect for this. The Last Word by Taylor Adams, I think. New to me author, and I heard about this on Haley's channel and it sounded really interesting, and I was like, okay, you know, let's go for it. So I put it on hold. I'm currently number 2 in line, so just in case it's not available before I have time to actually read it, I have a backup plan, and that is I guess it's the Looky Loo by Daryl Hughes. Again, new to me author, I don't know. It's suspenseful and it looks interesting, so I'm going to give that a whirl, just in case this one doesn't work out. It's not, I don't have it in time, but I'll probably just go ahead and read it anyway, honestly. That's the challenge we have, and I'm excited. And it feels so good only going back down to 2 books instead of having 2 to catch up on and then 2 for that month. Like, that was a lot of reading, but I'm very glad. I even got some extra books read, which I can't wait to share those with you. But I'm going to close up for now, and let me know if you are doing a book challenge and what those challenges are. And let me know if you've read any of the books I've mentioned. I'd love to hear your comments. So until next time, happy reading!